Hey guys, it's July 12th. Sorry I hadn't had a video out in a while, but been really busy. And anyway, I've been hunting and we got some pretty neat stuff here. Got a new site, calling it the ankle break. And if you were in that site, you would understand why I call it the ankle break. Because just about every time you go in there, you're gonna have a chance of breaking your ankle. It's pretty rough. But anyway, it's got some really big rock overhangs right on the side of the river, and I kind of surmised for some time that maybe it was used, as a camp or shelter. And it's like I say, it's right on the river. But when I started looking in around right there on the bank there where that big rock overhang is, I really started finding some nice stuff. So anyway, I thought I'd see if I can go over this stuff pretty quick for you. It's getting kind of late at night, and I'm gonna try to do quick. But anyway, these are ceremonial pieces. I'm pretty sure they're just ceremonial axe heads that chieftains, I think, used during ceremonies. This culture up here did a lot of ceremonies. The chieftains did, and I think they use these mica pieces as ceremonial pieces. Can't be, these things are not, there's no way they can be used as tools. They're just too soft. But for ceremonial purposes, I think they were probably something pretty unique for the chieftains to use. And I think these are just little game pieces. These are ground off on the edges. Could have been used for ceremonial too, but I'm thinking maybe just game pieces probably. This one here is set in quartz, and it's been ground around the edges. You can see a little bit of the grinding, but really pretty stone. I've got some bigger pieces like this that my daughter's found, more of an oval shaped. See where that mic is ground off right there. Any really pretty stones. Camera's having a hard time with it, but see if I can get the light a little better. Anyway, those I think are game pieces or ceremonial pieces. Have no idea on this piece here. It's just real unique shape. It's all been pecked out and chipped out into this kind of a banana shaped form. I don't have any idea what this tool was used for. Fits kind of nice like this, but it's an odd shaped piece, almost like a boomerang or something, but real pretty. See all the pecking marks back here on the back. That's quartz back in there, quartzite, granite. That's got a mix of material in it. Anyway, I thought that was a pretty neat piece. Have no idea what they use that for. Here's a piece. First I thought it might have been a little bit of an axe head or something, or a hammer club, but when I flipped it over, I saw all this ochre kind of ground into the stone. You can't see it real good, but so I think this was just used to grind ochre with. You see the red, all this red, it's permeated into the stone. The side's just really white. This is soapstone, I believe. And that's another thing. Most of the axe heads I find are not made out of this soft material. I think I just probably held it like that and used to grind ochre with it. And getting into some of my Warren axes, I found some really nice Warren axes. It's a really nice piece here. It's kind of beveled on the end. Not sure exactly what that material is. It's got a little bit of a mix of that black stone in it. This is another one here. A good bit of that black stone in it. It's got some kind of a bluish granite too. Pretty stone. This is probably one of the better mooring axes I've actually ever found here. You see where it's been all polished off around the edges completely. Around the edges on this piece. Real pretty stone. That's probably one of my better pieces that I've ever found. And this one's pretty unique. I believe that was an inserted piece. Probably this back end was inserted to a stick, but it's got a really nice blade bit on the end of it here. See all the small pecking marks there. Top there, the back. Pretty unique kind of piece. Nice bit on it. And here's one, just some low-grade quartzite. Like I said. Really big piece here. This is one of the first pieces I found up in what I call the ankle break, and it's a really big worn axe head, inserted piece. I would think. See where it's been worked off on the top. Really pretty piece. Well, pretty good bit on it. Not a whole lot of wear. I'm not sure on this material either. I think it's kind of a crystalline gray granite, you know, fairly dense stone. And here's just your basic chopper that I find tons of, but they work this stone pretty well. You got your thumb groove right here. Kind of got your bit right here. It's pretty worn. But anyway, they would hold this piece like this. That's how it'd be held, and just do their chopping like that. Real standard, real common design for choppers up here. Sorry, grain and nut choppers. And I'm a real sucker for grinding stones. I had to just take this one home with me. This one's really unique looking. There's a grinding surface. Very interesting design. I think for the most part this is quartz. A little bit of granite mixed in with it. I don't know how they held that. You know, it's like a palm grinder. I guess like that. Just that part right here, the hump, you know, fits in your palm. See where it's all been chipped out. The back and the front. Anyway, that was pretty cool. Really interesting piece of black stone here. Highly polished. All the way around this piece. The back end on it. See how it's polished. I don't know. It might be a ceremonial piece. It's awful. There's a lot of work put into this piece here. A lot of polishing. That probably is not an everyday kind of thing. It's probably probably a ceremonial piece of some kind. And I talk about how much this culture up here grinds. Well, that's a grinder right there, if you ever seen one. There's your grinding surface. This is your handle. This is made out of quartzite. There's your back side or top side on this tool. This culture did some serious grinding and polishing. Almost everything they did. Be held like that. And here's the bird effigy, just incredibly polished off. This thing is this is probably one of my better pieces. And you can see around the neck right there, very similar theme where they pecked that line to define the head, separate the head from the body. It's just a beautiful stone here. I think this was the second or third item I found up there at the ankle break. But just incredible polishing work done on this stone. Heavily oiled. Just an absolute beautiful piece. It's not a tool. All that work done in around the back of the neck there. And then that pecking line right there at the neck, that's very common in these bird effigies. And here's another big effigy here. It's just kind of a different way of doing things. This is your wing part and your body part, and this part up here is the head. And I'm not so sure this stone wasn't painted, but I don't know. It's got a lot of oil on it too. Backside, not meant to look at, I don't think, on this side. More on this side. Just a beautiful piece. Could have been used as a tool too. You can see where they flaked it off down here. This would be the the back part of the wing. They've chipped it down, flaked it down. I'm not 100% sure on the material. I think mostly quartzite. And last but not least, not real sure. Just a real interesting piece. It could have been an inserted war piece. This back end could have been inserted into a stick, and maybe kind of like this. I don't really know for sure, but this is another just incredible piece. It's a blackstone and quartz mix. Anyway, got a new site, guys, and there's some neat stuff coming out of it. I hope you stay tuned. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. A lot of people I know are getting the COVID, and I hope you're well. And anyway, we'll get through it somehow. I appreciate you guys.